Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We will get to today's wild weather in just a moment. But first, the political fallout over a new court ruling on Indigenous rights continued today, with the BC Conservatives demanding the legislature be recalled immediately. For more on this, let's bring in Rob Shaw at the BC Legislature. Rob, what is the issue here?
Well, April, the opposition saying the NDP government should get back here immediately and repeal the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples Act, DRIPA, as it's called, after a Court of Appeal ruling last Friday that said for the first time DRIPA could be used to strike down other BC laws. The case in question is actually about a lack of consultation on the new online mineral claims staking system, but it grew into a much larger issue with the court ruling. A majority of the appellate justices found that DRIPA, the landmark First Nations right bill you remember John Horgan's government passed in 2019, should be the lens from which all other BC laws are viewed. It opens up more court challenges, more uncertainty at a time when Aboriginal title over private property rights from the Cowichan Nations court case is already causing concern. Here's the BC Conservatives today.
So for us, that we have a duty as legislatures here to rectify that. And the Premier's indicated that he's very open to that. What we've indicated is we want to do that work now. We are willing to do that work now. We are willing to work with the NDP and Premier Eby. He's got to be willing to make this a priority.
Laws in BC need to be decided by elected members of British Columbia. That's why we elect them. That is the work that we're here to do. And that is why we're standing here saying we're ready to roll our sleeves up and correct this today.
To be fair, in 2019, then Indigenous Relations Minister Scott Fraser did state multiple times in the legislature that DRIPA should not be used to strike down other laws. He laid out a gradual approach over many years of bringing past and future BC laws into compliance with things like free, prior, and informed consent by Indigenous peoples. That is one reason Premier David Eby has reacted strongly to the court ruling, saying it is not the court's role to Bigfoot into this sensitive issue and start striking down laws one by one. The Premier repeating today he wants to amend DRIPA. He made that clear, but it will take time to craft those changes, April, which means no recalling the legislature anytime soon. Ironically, the building adjourned a day early last week because of all the infighting and chaos within the BC Conservatives. The two parties kind of at a loggerhead here. The Conservatives want DRIPA repealed. The NDP just want to amend it. They both don't even agree on that. Eby says you can't repeal this legislation when there are so many Indigenous rights issues to be solved, but there are also so many before the court now, April, with a lot of concerning outcomes that the government is trying to deal with.